Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tarikaremba. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. So today is Monday, and of course you already know it is a Motivation Monday video. I didn't have one last week simply because the video I posted on Sunday was self-help. So I didn't think it was necessary to have another one the next day. So here we are. And so today's topic is learn to make time. I saw this quotation by Charles Buxton. I think that's how you say it. And the quotation was, "You'll never have time for anything. If you want time, you must make it." And I was actually thinking about this a couple of days before I saw the quotation, after a conversation with a friend, just about how, she had to make a lot of sacrifices and do things differently and find a way in her 24 hours to make things work. And that's how she was able to pursue some of her dreams and study and work and be a mom. So it's definitely a lot, but yeah, we're gonna get into that now. So this whole quotation just reminded me that it's true. We're never going to have time to do everything we want to do, so we're going to have to find a way to make the time. So basically, it's not about having time, it's about making time a lot of the time. The reality of life, the older you get, is that you're not always going to have time to do everything that you want to do. Life is busy, life is hectic, there's so much going on, so much that you have to balance, such that you end up feeling like there's so much that you have to do in a day and you don't even have the time to do it. And that's where the beauty of making time actually comes about, because at the end of the day you realize that, okay, cool, I have X, Y, and Z to do, but I only have 24 hours in a day. How am I going to achieve X, Y, and Z and still get things done? That's where you're going to have to start learning to make the time. In order to be able to make time, you need to start prioritizing. Most people already know what their schedule is like. Obviously, right now, things are a little bit different because most people are in lockdown or working from home or doing things differently. But generally, you have a rough idea of, okay, I have to work from, let's say, 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. And then after that, I have to get X amount of hours of sleep, which means I have X amount of free time, right? Generally, that's how it is. Even if you're a student, that's kind of how it is right now. So when I say you have to learn to prioritize, what I mean is look at everything that you have to do, things that are on your have to do list, not your maybe I could do list. What is on your have to do list? Once you look at your have to do list, then ask yourself, how much time do I have, where I'm not really doing anything? So maybe that's time that you would use to watch a TV show, read a book, cook, whatever it is. Look at that time and ask yourself, how am I using it? Sometimes it's as simple as making 1 hour a day to do something for yourself, whether it's self-care, whether it's, starting a business, whether it's taking an online course, whether it's, making time for your relationship with God. It could be anything. My point is just don't be the type of person who doesn't do things that they want to do or they need to do themselves under the guise of, I don't have time. Because at the end of the day, if something really mattered to you, you would find a way to do it. You'd find a way to make time. In fact, there's a quotation I saw on Pinterest which says, nobody is too busy. It's just a matter of priorities. And that is so true. If something's not a priority or someone is not a priority, you're not going to have time for them, or you're not going to have a time to do that thing because it doesn't matter enough. It's not a priority. Another quotation that I saw was, if it's a priority, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. And that is so true. Think of all the things, like if we're being 100% honest with each other, all the things that you said, okay, I really, really want to do this, okay? You found, whether it was finding the money for it, finding the time for it, finding someone to help you, finding out the information that you needed. You went above and beyond trying to figure out what to do simply because it actually mattered to you, okay? And that's different from something that you'd like to do or something that you would like in your life but aren't really serious about. Obviously, you're not going to do the most to get it done. You're going to do the bare minimum and expect that to be okay. And unfortunately, that's really not how life is. You're gonna have to learn to make the time. And part of making time means making sacrifices, okay? Sometimes it means, okay, when you get home from work and you make dinner, maybe it means after dinner, instead of watching 2 hours worth of Netflix, you're gonna watch 30 minutes and spend the other hour and a half doing something for yourself. You know, whatever it is that you need to make time for. It's as simple as that. You need to make those sacrifices. And yeah, it can be hard, but at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, do I really want this? Because if you want it, you'll make time. If you don't want it and it doesn't really matter to you whether you achieve it, if you're one of those people that's going to be stuck in, oh, I want to do this, but you don't actually make the time or put in any effort, then you're going to wake up one day and feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe life has passed me by. I wanted to do this and this and this by the time I was, I don't know, whatever age, but I didn't do it, you know. And obviously when I'm talking about these things in this video, obviously I know that there's more to it, okay? Circumstances differ, whether it's financial, like whatever it is. I understand that there are different reasons and different things behind why certain things can't be done, and that's not what I'm talking about in this video, so let's not even make it about that. I'm talking about the time aspect, simply because a lot of people lack discipline when it comes to making time for things that they want to do for themselves or their futures, or making time for people that actually, you know, matter to them. You know, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to sacrifice? Am I willing to prioritize? If you are, if you really want it bad enough, you'll make the time, and that's just the truth. That is just the truth. So yeah, I hope you guys have the courage to start making time for things that you say you want to do, and to achieve goals that you want to achieve, and just, you know, do the self-care or self-improvement that you want to do, because you owe it to yourself. And you know, you wouldn't want to wake up one day having a ton of regrets because you chose not to take yourself and your goals and everything seriously when you had the chance to. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope it was, you know, inspiring, and I hope you have the courage to start making time and prioritizing your goals, your, you know, things that you want to achieve, things that you want to do for yourself, because you owe it to yourself to do that. So good luck. And thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe.